Well, welcome back. We just finished talking about how nicotine replacement as a solution to quitting smoking does not solve all the problems and actually, in a way, is extremely ineffective without the use of willpower. And even if you do use willpower, you have to use it for many, many years, if not your whole life. So let's talk about another method, and that is Champix, which is a pharmaceutical. You need a prescription. You can take them, I think they're 12-week cycles. You can only take a certain number of cycles within a period of time. I think it's 2 cycles within a year or two, because it's actually quite poisonous. And besides all the side effects, which can be quite strong, and you can look those up yourself, the fact is it's about 35% effective. Now, that effectively means that 65% of people that try that are back smoking. Now, why would that be? Well, let's talk about what it does. It's actually an antidepressant, and it does affect the cravings, the mental cravings initially. But as soon as you stop Champix, you actually end up getting mental cravings for smoking. So the Champix is not solving that problem of mental cravings being generated. And so therefore you're going to have to use willpower, if you don't use any other method, to make the mental craving, to stop yourself from smoking when you get that mental craving. So you're going to have to use willpower, whether you like it or not, if Champix is your method. And that's beside all of the side effects, which I really encourage you to look at, because they're extremely strong for a lot of people. But again, it does not address the mental cravings, so you'd have to then either relapse and go back around and try something else, or use willpower. And I'm guessing that's probably, if you've tried Champix, I'm guessing you're probably nodding your head right now, that is why I relapsed. Now, some people might say, oh, it wasn't a craving that I had. But I really challenge that. In other words, it wasn't a craving that they had when they actually relapsed. I really challenge that, because people I've spoken to, I get them to explain the situation. And they say, oh, I was just with friends and they were all smoking, and they offered me one, or I decided just to have one, but I didn't really want it. That's the thing, I didn't really want it. Well, my question to them is, why did you even do it if you didn't want it? A non-smoker wouldn't have even picked it up. So there must have been a slight desire there to take action, even if it was slight. And that's probably what it was, but it was enough for you to pick it up, right? So you did have a mental craving, if that was you. Now, we need to stop even the generation of mental cravings. In other words, we need to stop them from even happening in your mind. So let's talk about another method in a moment. But as of now, we've talked about nicotine replacement and we've talked about Champix. Let's talk about something else shortly.